It's week 6 of the 2026 season, and we've got the Seahawks, leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Seahawks and the Commanders just ahead on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the outskirts of the nation's capital. It's Northwest Stadium in Landover, the home of the Commanders. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Matchup of a couple of teams, Greg, with one big thing in common. A new head coach from a season ago. These are always the seasons we want to see how they play out, how they can implement their plan going in.
And more often than not, Mike, as we all know, when you find yourself in position to make a coaching change, it's because the previous few seasons did not go according to plan. So the question is, did they find the right new head coach to lead them in this next era for their organization? These two teams today are hoping that this goes a long way into deciding, do they have the right guy pulling the strings? Because if you do, if you have a head coach and a quarterback, you can win for a long time in this league.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
He's coming off one of those games, Mike, where he just wasn't good enough. I mean, he wasn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. He was good at times. He just wasn't good enough times. And I think when you're playing the quarterback position and all of the focus is on you, your play has such a direct correlation between wins and losses that when you don't play your best, the magnifying glass is on you. So he needs to bounce back this week. He needs to be more productive in the passing game, generate more big plays, and then eliminate the turnovers. He cannot continue to throw the ball to the other team.
And not a whole lot going to come from that one. Only to about the 39. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. But some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
That pass taken in by McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players...
And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Washington. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some things to clean up? Absolutely. Some of his footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad. But what matters the most in wins and losses, and he just wasn't the difference maker his team needed when they needed him the most.
2nd and 7. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run it with Walker. So it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Commanders' offense and their running back set to go once more. As we give you a look at the league's leaders in receiving touchdowns, you can see he's second best among NFL running backs at this point in the year. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a give on the ground. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll throw with Daniels. That's a short one caught by Sinnott. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
On the Seahawks 48-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. He's going to air this one out looking for Dotson. Julian Love, the former Notre Dame star, with the good coverage, and he's able to knock that one away. He'll get this out wide, and they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Throwing again, Daniels. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from the April draft. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they wind up getting 13 on 4th down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Sly now for the point after. His kick is good. And the Commanders will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Tackle made by Nate Landman. Here's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Walker. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll get this to the veteran tight end, Noah Fant. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter. The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds. And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Back to the air one more time. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
He gets that to his big target, Fant. Second time they've connected on this drive, and 19 yards out of this one.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He pulls it in around the 5. And the Seahawks are going to have a first and goal coming up. He's out of bounds at the 2. Here's Walker. And he will dive into the end zone. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He's going to tuck it and go. And Daniels will have the first down as he's able to slide and avoid the contact. A first down there. Gain of 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll go with a counter on first down. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Here's a third down and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. First down. They put a receiver in motion to the left. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
Over the middle, he's got McLaurin. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Third and 2. Here's Daniels. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Sometimes the sack just comes down to playing with great effort, and I think that's something every defensive coach tries to preach to their defensive front. You will fall into a couple sacks if you just chase the ball relentlessly, and that's exactly the case here. Quarterback thought he had a little bit more time than he did, but he gets brought down for the sack.
The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And he's had a strong start to this season, right there in the mix with the NFL leaders in rushing. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. They'll come up now for second down and 4. The tight end Fant in motion. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. They'll motion over Metcalf. They'll throw here on third and short yardage. He's going to air this one out. He's got it! And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal.
And how impressive was that, Mike? I mean, not only to be able to generate that amount of separation downfield, but then to track the ball. Remember, this was a running back, but he looked like a wide receiver, and we're looking around the league, Mike, and a lot of these backs, in order to play in today's NFL, you have to be part receiver.
From 6 yards out, it's first and goal. They motion the slot man left. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up second and goal. Looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. The Commanders come up with it.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit, and that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
On first and 10, here's Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and also give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
Still keeping the legs moving, somehow managing to turn that into a game.
Brings up second and 9.
Daniels to throw on second down. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Third down, 3 to go. We'll try to pick this one up on the ground.
Number 34 on the carry. He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll try to run. And it's going to be a Commander's first down. And more. It'll wind up a gain of 5 on 4th and 2. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. First and 10. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. Quick throw here is complete. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
Offside. Defense.
Now it is 1st and goal. Now Daniels. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Daniels now going to look to throw. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Seahawks offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. Metcalf with the grab. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Finding space at the 40. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. He'll drop to throw. Metcalf left side. He's got it. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome, so it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
They'll look to throw yet again. Throwing right, it's taken in, and he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the...
To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Noah Fant. Touchdown, Seahawks.
You know, he spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but...
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials indicating, let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. The extra point is good, and the Seahawks draw closer here. It's 21-14. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half, and the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Ben Sinnott was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's McLaurin open on the left side. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Here's Daniels. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete.